Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss articles. What is article? Article is a word which is used before a noun or an adjective. But why do we require to use articles? What exactly are articles? Articles are nothing but adjectives. What kind of adjectives are they? They are demonstrative adjectives. What are they? Demonstrative adjectives. What are demonstrative adjectives? The adjectives which are used to point out a person or a thing is called demonstrative adjective. So articles are also used to point out a person or a thing. So articles are also adjectives. So remember, articles are nothing but demonstrative adjectives. So look at these examples. I saw a peacock in the park. A peacock means one peacock. There is an umbrella on the table. An umbrella. One umbrella. I trashed the monkey for spoiling my kitchen. The monkey. Here, if you observe articles a and the, these are the articles. So there are three articles a, and the. So these are used before noun or adjective to describe them. So how will be used, how they will be used before nouns we have seen, how they will be used before adjectives. Let me give an example here. The well-known example, Rama is a boy. Ram is a good boy. Ram is a boy. Ram is a good boy. In the first example, boy is a noun and we placed article before a noun. In the second example, boy is a noun and good is qualifying the noun. So a word which qualifies noun is adjective and we used article before adjective. So remember, articles are used only before nouns or adjectives. They should not be placed before any other parts of speech. You cannot place article before verbs or any other. They are placed only before nouns or adjectives. Now, as we all know that there are three articles, these three articles are classified into two types. One, definite article. Two, indefinite article. So indefinite articles, definite articles. So a and an are called indefinite articles, whereas the is called definite article. Why? Because a and an do not refer to a particular person or a thing. A peacock. Which peacock? A peacock. One peacock. But does it give complete sense like particular peacock? No, there is no particular peacock. They're talking about only one peacock. Next, there is an umbrella on the table. An umbrella. It gives a sense of one umbrella. But does it give any sense of particular umbrella? No, there is no particular sense. So do remember, article a and an are called indefinite articles because they do not refer to a particular person or a thing. Now let us see uses of indefinite articles. So a and an are indefinite articles. When to use, where to use. Let us see some common usage. So articles a and an, as I told, they are indefinite articles. So they are generally placed before singular, countable, common nouns. They are placed only before singular nouns, not before plural nouns. You can say a pen. You cannot say a pens. No. And countable. You can say pen. Pen is countable. One pen, two pens, three pens. But you cannot say a kindness. A kindness is, it's uncountable. We cannot use before uncountable. And we have to place only before common nouns. We cannot use before proper nouns or other kind of nouns. So remember, articles a and an are indefinite articles because they do not refer to a particular person or a thing. And they are placed only before singular, countable, common nouns. They are placed only before singular, countable, common nouns. Look at these examples. Uday has a pen. Uday has a pen. One pen. Pen, countable. Pen, singular. Pen, common noun. Swapna has an orange. Orange, countable, singular, common noun. There is a box, one box, singular, countable, common noun. Yesterday, Shreya purchased an umbrella. Umbrella, singular, countable, common noun. So remember, indefinite articles a and an are used only before singular, countable, common nouns. You cannot use them before plural nouns. You cannot place them before uncountable nouns. It is not possible. You should never place before uncountable nouns. Right? Now, let's see individual uses of these articles. Article A individual uses, article and individual usage. So let us see that. First, let us see uses of article A. See, when do we use article A? Simple answer is before consonants, right? Now, we know there are 26 letters or alphabet in English language. These 26 letters or alphabet are classified into vowels and consonants. We know we have 5 vowels and 21 consonants. So what are those 5 vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So these are 5 vowels. The remaining are consonants. So general uses of article A is it is placed before consonants. Remember that. It is used or placed before consonants. For example, look at this. A book, a pen, a gun, a goat, a chair, a black pen, a bus, a mobile. You can use before any singular countable common nouns which starts with only consonants. You can see here everything starts with consonant. So that is our first usage of article A. It is used before consonants. The words which start with consonants. So that is our first usage. Now moving on to the second usage, article A is also used before vowels when they sound consonant. When they sound consonant. For example, look at this. A European. Article A, E, I, O, U are vowels. We know, right? But here you see, started with E, but we used A. Why? Because the pronunciation is U. The pronunciation is U, which is a consonant sound, not a vowel sound. Even though it started with E, it pronounced as consonant. Hence, we use A. In the same way, union started with U, but pronounced U. University, unit, unit, unicorn. So, even though they started with U, E, U, but they sound consonant. Hence, we have to use article A. That is our second usage. Moving on to the third one, article A is used before some expressions which begin with vowels but sound consonant. We have seen words. Now let us see some expressions which begin with vowel but sound consonants. For example, a one-eyed beggar. One-eyed, wa. The sound is wa. One-eyed beggar. A one-legged thief, wa. A 1 rupee note, a 1 rupee coin, wa. A useful thing. The sound here is u. Useful thing. A eucalyptus tree, u. A one-man commission, wa. So even though they started with vowels like O, U, E, they sound consonant again. Hence, we must use definite article, indefinite article A. So, a one-eyed beggar, a 1 rupee note, a 1 rupee coin. So, this is our third one. Let's move on to the next one. The next usage is Article A is placed before units of counting like a meter, a kilo, a liter, a foot. So these are units. Give me a meter length of cloth. A meter. We'll not say 1 meter. We can say simply a meter. It senses one because singular. Indefinite articles are used before only singular, and these units also indicate singular quantity, right? So a meter means 1 meter, a kilo, 1 kilo, a liter, 1 liter, a foot, 1 foot length, right? So that is our next one. Moving on to the next usage, article A is used in exclamatory sentences. Article A is used in exclamatory sentences like, what a pretty girl! A pretty girl. What a beautiful day! Wow, what a shot! How terrible a scene! So, we use in exclamatory expressions also article A. Moving on to the next usage, article A is used in certain expressions of quantity. Their units we have seen meter, liter, kilo, right? But here I'm talking about certain expressions of quantity like a lot of, a dozen, a great deal of, a couple of, etc. Now, let me ask you a quick question. What is the difference between a couple and a couple of? What is meant by a couple and what is meant by a couple of? Give me the answer, quick guys. What's the difference between a couple and a couple of? Type your answers, quick, fast. What do you understand by a couple and a couple of? Quick. So both are expressing quantity, but what is a couple? A couple means how much? A couple of means how much? For simple understanding, let me say a couple days, a couple of days. A couple days, a couple of days. So what do you understand by this? So Swapna answered 2. Okay, the 2 is for which one? Couple of or a couple? Quick guys. See, the basic difference here is, so couple means 2. Exactly. A couple means 2. Whereas a couple of means a few. A couple means 2. Exactly. I will be coming back or I will be returning in couple days. That means 2 days. Whereas a couple of means a few. So Srinivas Rao, right? A couple is 2. A couple of is many, like a few. We cannot particularly say many. It is a few. So Swapna, okay, for first one it is 2 exactly. So try to learn the difference, guys, so that you can use in a better way. A couple of means a few. We are giving a few, like I will be coming back in a couple of days. That means it may be more than 2 days, a few days, like some days. Okay. Now that's about expressions of quantity. Moving on to the next usage, A is used before minor health problems. I didn't talk about diseases, guys. Remember, disease is different, health problem is different. We are using article A before minor health problems like headache, cold, running nose, a sore throat. He's suffering from a bad headache, a headache. I have a cold. He has a running nose. I have a sore throat. Throat infection, we'll say, I have a sore throat. So, before minor health problems, not before diseases, before minor health problems, we use article A. That's about our next one. Moving on to the next usage. Article is A is used before the words like walk and distance. Like every day he goes for a walk. It doesn't mean one walk. We'll say a walk. Let's go for a walk. So we use article A before walk and distance. Look at the next one. When you're talking about any particular profession but not a particular person, you're talking about a particular profession, we can use article A before the profession. Like, I saw a magician in the club. A magician, one magician, particular profession. He is a professor in my college. A professor, one professor. So professor, magician are the professions, right? So we use article, indefinite articles before professions. This is our next usage. And moving on to the other one, we also use article A before certain expressions or phrases. And remember, there is no hard and fast rule why we should use and kind of rule not there. They must be used such a way without any logical explanation. They are to make a noise. Don't make a noise. We say a noise. Noise can we count? No. Is it singular or plural? We cannot count it. So it is singular. But we use the uncountable noun, but still we use why? No particular explanation. We have to use it as it is. It's an expression, general common expression. To tell a lie. Do not tell a lie to me. Is telling a lie. A lie. To take a fancy, he's taking a fancy. To make a fire, to have a cold. So these expressions should be used as they are without any logical explanation. Moving on to the next one. A is placed before the first noun when two nouns are connected by article, when two nouns are connected by conjunction and. Article A is placed before the first noun when the two nouns refer to a single person. When two nouns are joined by conjunction and, which refers to single person, the two nouns refer to a single person, then we place article only before the first noun. Like this. I met his friend. His friend. How many? One or many? His friend. One person only, no? Who is friend? Is singular, so singular. A doctor and singer. See, the same person is a doctor and a singer. So there are no two different persons, no doctor, no singer, no separate persons. He is a doctor and singer. So the two professions here belongs to same person, right? So in such case, we use article only before the first noun. We place only before the first noun. If you say, I met a doctor and a singer. I met a doctor and a singer. If you say so, I met a doctor and a singer, it means a doctor and a singer. So 1 plus 1, two persons. But we are not saying that I met a doctor and a singer. I met a doctor and singer. That means I met how many persons? Only one person. That one person is a doctor and singer. So to represent only one person, to indicate it is a single person with two different qualities or two different professions. Remember, we must use article only before the first noun, not both nouns. Both nouns indicate two persons. One noun indicate, one article indicate before two nouns, one person. Look at this. She is a smart and beautiful girl. Smart Beautiful. Two qualities. But I placed only before one. That means it belongs to same person. It can be used before adjectives also, not only nouns. So before two adjectives, we used so a smart girl and a beautiful girl. Then two. But here a smart and beautiful girl. So means one. So that is about our next usage. So do remember here, simple thing, if two nouns, noun 1 and noun 2, when noun 1 and noun 2 are connected by and we place article before only first noun. Article is placed only before first noun. That means one person. If we place articles before two nouns connected by and, that means two different persons. It indicates two different persons. So one article before two nouns. Noun 1, noun 2. Only one article. That means one person. Two articles before two nouns. Noun 1, noun 2. We have two articles. Article. That means two different persons. So try to remember this and please have a note of this. Now, let us see the next one. The next usage is article A is used before a singular countable common noun to represent the whole class. For example, in our childhood, when we were asked the question, what is a computer? We'll say a computer is an electronic machine. A computer means only one computer is an electronic machine, not every computer. It refers every computer. It doesn't mean a computer means only one computer. So here a computer is an electronic machine doesn't signify only this computer or only one computer. It means the whole class, entire. So whole category of computers. A dog is a faithful animal. Only one dog? No, it represents entire dogs. It represents whole kind or class of dogs. So remember, when we place article A before a noun, it can also mean in the sense of whole class or whole kind. So we can use article A before a singular noun to represent whole class or kind. Now, article is used in the sense of every or per. Instead of writing every or per, we can use article A. Like, he gets salary of 50,000 a month. Instead of saying he gets 50,000 salary, like he gets a salary of 50,000 every month, he can simply say a month. That means every month or per month. She runs 5 kilometers a day. It means every day or per day, right? But we simply use article A in the sense of every or per. So do remember this, guys. We can use either every or per or simply article A to give the same sense, every or per. Now, that's about article A. Now let us see uses of article an. So we all know article an is used before vowels. Now, what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. Right? So, A, E, I, O, U are vowels. No. No. You should not take those letters as vowels. Instead, you should understand it is not a letter, it is the sound of that letter. It is not A, E, I, O, U. It is the sound of A, E, I, O, U, which is acting as a vowel. Here, A means a sound. So, in English, there are only 26 letters. But these 26 letters produce 44 sounds. If you know anything about phonetics, you can understand this better. 26 letters only, but those 26 letters produce 44 sounds, and these 44 sounds are categorized into two types. They are 20 vowel sounds and 24 consonant sounds. And these 20 vowel sounds are again two types, 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs, which are the combination of vowels. So now you should understand vowels means not these 5 letters, the sounds they produce. So you can see here, A means not just a, it can be a, e, mud, mud, love, apple, about, See, it produces a and related sound, and E produces E sound. E produces E sound. So you have to go with E sound, not letter E. Right? Now, I, I sound, I sound. O, O sound. We have in every Indian language, as I told you before in previous sessions, every Indian language has vowels and consonant. A to aha are vowels and ka to sha are consonants. So we are talking about those vowels. Here U means not letter U. Here you have to consider the sound of U. It should be U sound. So a, E, I, O, U. These are the sounds which you have to consider as vowels, not just the letters A, E, I, O, U. I hope it is clear to you. So before going further, if you understand this one, you can understand better about the sounds. So now let us see the uses of article and. So article and is generally used before the words which begin with vowels like an apple, an egg, an innings, an owl, an umbrella, an idea, an island, an ostrich, an opportunity, an employee, and much more. You can see here a, E, I, O, U are what we have taken, but not just letters, it produces a sound. See here, opportunity. It is starting with O, but the pronunciation O. Opportunity. Started with E, but the sound is not employee, it is A. Employee. Ostrich, O. Island, I sound. Idea, I sound. Umbrella, it is giving a sound, not oo sound. Umbrella, a sound. Owl, owl. Innings, e sound. Egg, a, which is a sound. Apple, apple, a sound. So remember here we produces a sound, not just the vowel letters. Now let us see the next uses. We use article and before the letters starting with, that is before the words starting with H. What? Where H is silent. We can simply say silent H letter words. We have many such words like R. Here H is silent, hence we go with the next letter, that is R. So an R. You have to pronounce it as R. An R, because here H is silent. You should not say hour. It's wrong. An hour. Hour. Next. An honor. Again here. H is silent. So go with the next letter. O. An honor. O. An honorable gentleman. Honor. Honorable. An honest man. Not honest. It is honest. Honesty is the best policy. Honest. O. Not ha. Next, an heiress, a, not he. It is a. An heiress. So these are a few examples, but guys, remember, all words which start with H are not silent. All letters which start with the H are not silent. In these two cases, you cannot say hotel, you have to say hotel. You cannot say hotel, you cannot say hospital. It is hospital, hospital, hotel. So in these two cases, you cannot use an. Instead, you have to use a because H is also pronounced. It is hotel, not hotel. It is hotel, hotel. Hospital, not hospital, right? So do remember, all words which start with H are never be the silent H letter words, right? Now let's see the next one. See, I told you we use article and before vowel sounds, not vowel letters. So when abbreviations, those started with consonant, if they sound vowel, then remember we must place article and only, like this. An MA student. Here started with M. So M. M is a consonant, but the pronunciation M. So this is a phonetic symbol. M. A sound. M. M. But if you pronounce it in a like full form, like MA, student, Master of Arts, master. When you go with the full form, master, here the sound is ma, which is a consonant, so you have to use A. But when it is in abbreviated form, we are pronouncing with the letter, and this letter M is pronounced in a not consonant, it's pronounced in a vowel sound. M, M, and MLA, same thing. M. But if you go with the full form, MLA, minister, member. So then you see me, then it is okay. But when you go with the short form, you have to go with the article and because the sound is M, M. In the same way, an SBI branch, S, S, again, S sound, S. An MP, again, M, M. An FIR, F, F, A, again. An Xmas tree, X, X. So it is not Xmas tree, it is X. An LLB student, L, L. An SI, S, S. So even though they are consonants, F, X, L, S. So these are consonants, but the pronunciation is vowel. F, F, A sound. X, A. LLB, L, A. S, A. So sound is what you have to consider. Sound is what matters, not the letter. I hope it is clear to you. So go with sound, not just letter. Vowels doesn't mean A, E, I, O, U. It is the sound of A, E, I, O, U. Just remember any vowels of your mother tongue. Atu, aha are the vowels. Katu, remaining are the consonants. So just remember that and it will become easy for you. Now let's see the next one. Articles both a and an are used as a short form of one. Instead of using one, we are using a or an, and hence we can replace a and an with one or one with a or an. Look at this. He has one bike with him or he has a bike with him. You can say a bike or one bike. Both are correct because after all they are of same meaning. There is an owl with him or there is one owl with him. Here again, here both gives the same sense. An owl, one owl. So both gives the same sense. So you can use either an or one, right? Now let's move on to definite article the. So that's about indefinite articles, a and an uses. So a and an are indefinite articles which are generally used before singular, countable, common nouns. Generally, article A is placed before consonants, article an is placed before vowels. But if you take it as granted, if you take it granted as it is, then you will go wrong because you should never consider the letters, you should consider the sounds. Article A is placed before consonant sounds and article an is placed before vowel sounds. Right? Now, let's move on to definite article the. Why it is called definite article? Means definite article is placed before a particular person or a thing. It is placed before any noun or an adjective. When we particularize, when we specify, I thrashed the monkey. Which monkey? Any monkey? No. If I've thrashed any monkey, it will bring more. I trashed the monkey. Which monkey? That spoiled my kitchen. The monkey which spoiled my kitchen. I trashed that monkey. That means here we are particularizing, we are specifying. So remember, article the is used before a noun which is particularized, which is specified. I hope it is clear. Now, before which nouns do we use? Article, definite, indefinite articles. A and an are used before only singular, countable, common nouns. But indefinite article, definite article the can be placed before singular or plural, countable or uncountable nouns. We can place them before singular or plural, countable or uncountable nouns. Look at this. So definite article is used before singular or plural, countable or uncountable nouns only when we particularize or specify. It talks about a particular or definite noun or adjective which you placed them before. So now let's move on to the usage. So when do we use article the? Do concentrate, article the has lot many usages. Article A and an we have seen a few usages, but article the has lot many usages. And guys, it is not just uses of articles which you have to bother. You should know omission of articles also. Way to use articles, uses, but that's not sufficient. Where not to use articles, also important. So let's begin this usage of definite article the, and then we'll move on to omission of articles, right? Now let's see usage of article the. Now let's begin with the first usage. Article the is used before already mentioned or repeated nouns in a sentence or a paragraph. If you already introduced a noun, if you already mentioned a noun and you're repeating that noun, we must use article the, definite article the. For example, I met a doctor. I met a doctor, one doctor. The doctor prescribed me this medicine. Which doctor? The doctor whom I met. See, already I mentioned, again I'm repeating here. So we use definite article the. Look at one more example. We saw an elephant. We saw an elephant. The elephant was big in size. Which elephant? An elephant. We said the elephant which we saw. So we saw an elephant. The elephant was big in size. So already mentioned and we are repeating. So for repetition, we use article the. Right? Now, article the is used before singular nouns to represent whole class or kind. You can use article a also, like a computer is an electronic machine. So their whole class. You can also say the computer is an electronic machine. It is also indicate whole class. You can use either article a or the, like this. The horse is the fastest domestic animal. The horse doesn't mean only that particular horse. It can be any horse. The cow is a useful animal. Only this cow? The cow is a useful animal. Doesn't mean this cow. The cow means the whole class or whole kind of cow. So remember, first usage article the is used before already mentioned nouns when we repeat. Second one, we use before a singular noun to represent whole class or kind. In this case, we can also use article a. Both are possible. There is no problem to use either article a or the. It's not at all a problem. Now let's move on to the third usage. Article A is used before unique things, unique nouns, like the earth moves around the sun, the sky is blue in color, the sun rises in the east, the stars. So before unique nouns or unique things, we generally use definite article the. Right? Now, moving on to the next one. This is something little critical which you have to understand it properly. That is primary usage and secondary usage. So what is primary usage? What is secondary usage? And when to use definite article the? Means we use definite article the before the nouns like church, temple, office, prison, market, shop, court, school, hospital, seashore, bed, etc. in the case of secondary purpose. What is secondary purpose? What is primary purpose? Let's try to understand. So look at this example. Mr. James goes to church every Sunday. Mr. James goes to church every Sunday. So what is his primary purpose? Visiting church. Is his primary purpose to pray, right? But now look at this sentence. Last Sunday, I went to the church to see the architecture. What is my primary purpose? To visit the church, to pray there? No. My primary purpose according to this sentence is to see the architecture. So I went to church last Sunday. Why? To see the architecture. So that is my primary purpose. For that, I went to church. So this is my secondary purpose. See, did we place article the before church in this sentence? Have we placed? No, because this is our primary purpose, so no article is placed. But if you observe here, we place definite article the here, the church, because here it is used in secondary purpose. My visiting the church is not to visit the church for praying. My purpose of visiting the church is to see the architecture of the church. So did you understand that? So when we used in secondary purpose only, we use definite article the. If we use in primary purpose, we should never use article. Now look at this one. My friend came to the office to meet me. Why did he came? Just to see the office? No, his primary purpose is to meet me. Hence, he came to the office. So, secondary purpose is office. Primary purpose to meet me. So, office, the office. He went to the hospital to console my friend. I went to the hospital to console my friend. Why did I go to hospital? To get checkup or to get treatment? No, that is not my primary purpose. I went to the hospital. What is my purpose? To see hospital? To console my friend. Consoling my friend is primary purpose. Hence, I visited hospital. So this is my secondary purpose. Hence we placed article the. This is our secondary purpose. So remember guys, we use definite article the before these nouns only when they are used in secondary purpose. When they are used in primary purpose, we should never use articles. You cannot say, I went to the hospital. What is your primary purpose? That is your primary purpose. It's not secondary purpose. So you should never use article. You can say, I went to the hospital to console my friend. You should never say, I went to the college. You're a student, you go to college, right? So that is your primary purpose. But you can say, my father came to the college to pay the fee. But you can say, my father came to the college to pay the fee. So what is his primary purpose? Paying the fees primary purpose, and the secondary purpose, visiting the college. So remember, primary purpose and secondary purpose. I hope it is clear, primary purpose and secondary purpose. If you have any question, do let me know about primary purpose and secondary purpose before going further, so that we can get clarity here itself. Do let me know guys if you have any questions on primary purpose and secondary purpose. What is primary purpose? What is secondary purpose? I hope it is clear. If you didn't understand or if you have any question, please let me know through your comments now. So I hope there are no questions. Now let's move on to the next one. So the next usage of definite article the. So we use definite article the before directions like the east, the west, the north, the south. So he moved towards the east, or he moved in the direction of the east. So he went in the east, or he went in the direction of the east in search of so and so. So remember, whenever we use the directions, we generally use article the. That is the reason we generally say the sun rises in the east. The east. We'll not say the sun rises in east. The sun rises in the east. The east. It sets in the west. The west. Right. Moving on to the next one. As we already completed degrees of comparison, you know what are positive, comparative, and superlative degrees, right? There we have already discussed. We use definite article the. It is must, in fact. We must place definite article the before superlative degree adjective, right? That is our next usage. So look at this. So we use definite article the before superlative degree adjectives like Anil Kumble was the fastest spinner in the world. Was the fastest spinner. I'm talking about the past thing. He was the fastest spinner. So the fastest. Fastest is the superlative form. So it is the fastest. He is the most intelligent boy in the class. The most intelligent. See, most intelligent is superlative. The most intelligent. So we must place definite article the before the superlative degree adjective. Right? Now, look at the next one. So we use definite article the before epics and religious books. We must place definite article the before epics and religious books, and of course holy books. Look at this. The Ramayana, the Vedas, the Puranas, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, either holy books or religious or epics, we must place definite article the. Right. Now, look at the next one. See, in degrees of comparison, I also told you that we can use definite article the in comparative degree when the particular sentence is in compression or proportionality, like this. The faster you drive, the more dangerous it is. The faster, the more dangerous. You have to show the proportionality. You must use before both the comparative degree adjectives. The higher you go, the cooler we feel. The higher we go, the cooler we feel. That is the reason in summer we tend to go to hilly stations. Next, the harder you work, the more you sweat. The harder, the more. So both are in comparative forms, and before both comparative degree adjectives, we must place definite article the. So this is about our next usage. Moving on to the next usage, the other one, we use definite article the before musical instruments like the flute, the veena, the guitar, the piano. So we can use before any musical instruments. We must place definite article the. Next, definite article the is used before persons or things if you particularize or specify. That is a basic use of definite article the, right? We use definite article the before a person or a thing when we particularize or specify. Look at these examples. Rohan is the person who sings well in our college. Who sings well in our college? The person. Who is the person? Rohan. So we are particularizing here. That was the path I selected. What is that I selected? The path. What is that? The path. That one. So that was the path. So do remember the basic usage of definite article da is particularization or specifying or definite. So we use definite article the before a noun when we particularize or specify. Now let's move on to the next usage. We use definite article the before proper nouns to make them common nouns. We already discussed this concept in nouns. In nouns chapter, we have discussed how to make a proper noun a common noun. Generally, we do not place articles before proper nouns. However, if you want to make a proper noun a common noun, we must place definite article the before the proper noun. For example, Kalidas was the Shakespeare of India. What does it mean? How the Shakespeare is for you, like that our Kalidas for us is as great as Shakespeare. So here I'm talking about the standard here of measurement. So Shakespeare is proper noun, but I'm making Shakespeare as common noun by placing definite article the. If you remember, we discussed C.V. Raman is the Newton of India. C.V. Raman is the Newton of India. Here, Newton is made as a standard of quantity. Standard of quality, the standard which we are going to measure. And we have seen zinc is the Newton of, it is common. Newton of China. Mushfikar is the Newton of Bangladesh. Daniel is the Newton of America. Here, Newton is common. That means we made a proper noun, Newton, as a common noun. So that is how article the is used. So article the, when placed before a proper noun, it acts as a common noun. Look at some more examples. Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. So Switzerland, how Switzerland is like that? Kashmir. Bill Gates is the Kubera of his time. We know about Kubera, the wealthiest one. in our mythology. So how Kubera was wealthiest of his time, like that Bill Gates of his time, right? That's about the next. Moving on to the next one. Article da is used before the names of mountains like the Himalayas, the Aravalli, the Alps. There are many other mountains, right? So we must place definite article the before the names of mountains. Moving on to the next uses. So we use definite article the before uncountable nouns when they are specified. Whenever you particularize, we must use definite article the. We have seen before countable nouns, and now we are seeing some examples for uncountable nouns like this. This is the music composed by A.R. Rahman. So which music? The music. This music. So the music here particularized. Can we count music? One music, two musics. No, music is uncountable, but we use definite article the because we can place definite article the before countable or uncountable nouns. This is the sugar which is very sweet. Actually, sugar is sweet, but this sugar is very sweet. Which sugar? The sugar, particular sugar. The sugar which is very sweet. So remember, we can place definite article the before uncountable nouns when they are specified. Moving on to the next one. We use definite article the before abstract nouns again when they are specified. Look at this. Raju faced the poverty during his childhood. We are not talking about any poverty here. We are talking about the poverty which he faced. He is the honest man. You can say he is an honest man. But here I'm particularizing the honest man whom I referred to you before, whom I talked about. So he is the honest man. He is the person who saved the girl. So when you particularize, when you specify, we use definite article the before countable, before uncountable. Now, moving on to the next usage, we use definite article the before famous newspapers, the dailies, like the Hindu, the Indian Express, the Times of India, the Business Line. So we use definite article the even before regional newspapers also like the Sakshi, the Inadu. So other newspapers also we use definite article the. Moving on to the next. So this is where people generally do confuse. So can we say the India? Here is a question, guys. Can we say the India? Yes or no? Type it. Can we say the India? Yes or no? If yes, why? If it's no, why? Quick. Can we say the India? Quick with your answers. Can we pronounce the India? Definitely not. Absolutely. No. Yes. Now, and the question. What is the name of our country? What is the name of our country? I want full name. What is the name of our country? I want full name. Completely. What is the name of our country? Full name. Quick. What is the name of our country? Okay, Akash Nirmal has tapped a single, it is not group. Okay, but the next question for you is what is the name of our country? I want full name. What's the full name of our country? Quick. You should be quick. You should tell the name of our country. The full name. Do not Google, guys. What's the full name of India? What's the name of our country? Quick. Not even one? The name of our country. Our country. Yes, that's really shame on your part. You have to say the name of our country. Union of India. Mm-hmm. How many of you have hold passport, guys? Have you got any passport with you? And have you read what it's printed on? See, the full name of our country, generally we are calling India, but it's not India. It is the Republic of India. It should be the Republic of India. That is the full name. It is not just India, it is the Republic of India. Okay. See, we are not saying the India, but we are saying the Republic of India. We should never say the India, but we have to say the Republic of India. Why? What it is. So, that is what we are going to discuss. Article "the" is used before the names of plural countries, United, Republic, federations. It can be United, like the United Kingdom, Republic, federations, the Republic of India, the Republic of Germany, or plural countries like the Netherlands, right? So remember, so we cannot use before singular countries. If we cannot use if it is not united, we cannot use if it is not republic. If it is republic, we can say the Republic of India, the Republic Federation, the Republic of Germany, the United States, the United Kingdom. That is okay, but not the India. Remember, before singular, no. Before plural, we can. Before united, you have to. Before republic, you must. So that is the thing which you have to remember. Why not the India? Because it is singular. But you can say the Republic of India because we must place definite article the before the Republic, federations are united or plural countries. Now, moving on to the next says we use definite article the before the names of rivers like the Krishna, the Godavari, the Tungabhadra, the Narmada, so the Ganga, the Ganges, or the Ganga. So we have many rivers. And names of seas, the Black Sea, the Dead Sea, the Red Sea, the base also, the Bay of Bengal, and all. Next, oceans, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean. Next, names of lakes, the Koleru Lake, the Pulicat Lake. Names of waterfalls, the Niagara, the Angel, the Dudhsagar, etc. Names of deserts, the Sahara Desert, the Atacama Desert, the Thar Desert in India. Next, names of forests, the Nalamala Forest, the Gir Forest, and other, etc. Next, names of valleys, the Araku Valley, the Death Valley, and the Valley of Flowers. If you have heard in India, the Valley of Flowers, etc. We must use definite article the before the names of these rivers, seas, oceans, lakes, waterfalls, deserts, forests, and valleys. We must place definite article the. It is must. We must place definite article the. Now, let's move on to the next uses. We use definite article the before the names of political parties like the Congress, the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party, and local parties also you can use the Anna DMK, the ADMK or DMK party, or the Telugu Desam, or the YSRCP, or the TRS party. So regional parties, you can talk. We must use definite article the before the names of political parties. Next, we use definite article the before the names of banks like the RBI, the SBI, the ICICI, the HDFC, etc. Before the names of banks, we must use definite article the. Before the names of political parties, we must place definite article the. Moving on to the next usage, we use definite article the before the names of museums like the Indian Museum, the Salar-Jung Museum, the Madame Tussauds, and before ordinal numbers, already we discussed in adjectives, before ordinal numbers, we must place definite article the. The first, the second, the third, the 21st, the 50th, the 100th. So we must place definite article the first, the second, the third, etc. before ordinal numbers, not before cardinal numbers. We do not use article before cardinal numbers. No. You cannot say the one, the two. No, the first, the second. Yes, that's what matters. Now, moving on to the next usage, we use definite article the before the days of importance. What is the days of importance? Means, look at this. The World Literacy Day, the World Women's Day, the Valentine's Day, the Father's Day, the Mother's Day, the International so and so. We have many different importance of days. So you should learn all those. And we must place definite article the before the days of importance. And moving on to the next usage, we must use definite article the before revolutions or ages in history like the French Revolution, the White Revolution, the Blue Revolution, the Green Revolution, the Yellow Revolution. We have many revolutions, right? And the White Revolution. Next, ages like the Mughals age, the Mauryans age, the Aryans. So we can use the definite article the before revolutions and ages in our history. Next, we use definite article the before titles and awards. Whenever a person is receiving a title or award, that title or award must be preceded by definite article the. For example, the Bharat Ratna, not simply Bharat Ratna. He received or he is a recipient of the Bharat Ratna, not Bharat Ratna. It's the Bharat Ratna. The Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, the Paramveer Chakra. So we must place definite article the before the titles or awards. Next, we also use definite article the before theories and laws like the Newton's law, the numbers theory, the thermodynamics law. So we must use definite article the before theories and laws. Next, moving on to the next one, we use definite article the before famous monuments. Though they are proper nouns, all the famous names of monuments are proper nouns. Though they are proper nouns, we use definite article the before famous monuments like the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, the Gateway of India, the Charminar. So we use definite article the before famous monuments. Moving on to the next one. The is also used before adjectives to make them nouns. For example, the poor means the people who are poor. See, poor is an adjective. But if you place the article the before that adjective, it's no more an adjective. It is a noun with the meaning of the people who are poor. The industrious is an adjective. The people are industrious, hardworking. Now, when you say the industrious, it means the people who are hardworking. I hope it is clear to you. So when you place definite article the before an adjective, any adjective, let us take rich. When you say the rich, it means the rich people, the people who are rich. It became a noun now. So remember, these are plural nouns. It is not a singular noun. So you cannot use the riches, the poor, the industrious. No, because that word itself, when preceded by article, act as a plural noun. So the rich are, not the rich is. The poor are. The industrious are. So do remember that one. So whenever we place definite article the before an adjective, that becomes a noun with the meaning of people of that quality. The blind should be taken care of. The blind means the people who are blind. Blind is an adjective, but when we place definite article the, it became people of that quality. Right? Now, let's see the next one. We use definite article the before trains, ships, aeroplanes, etc. For example, for train, the Rajdhani Express, the Satabdi Express. We have many expresses. You see, the announcement they make, the express, the so and so express, the Vishaka Express, the Rajdhani Express, right? So they use definite article the before the trains names, and before the names of ships. We know the famous ship, the Titanic, not the Titanic ship, the Titanic, the Titanic. So we use before the names of ships, and the same way before the names of airplanes, like airlines, the Indian Airlines, the British Airways, the British Airlines, or the Kingfisher, which are no more, the SpiceJet, the Indigo, the whatever, many other airlines, whatever the airlines are, aeroplanes, we use definite article the before the names of ships, before the names of trains, before the names of aeroplanes. We must use definite article the. Moving on to the next one, it is used before the words to indicate race, to indicate races, or a set of peoples, a set of peoples or races. We use definite article before the words like this. You see, the English is a language, but when you said the English, we mean the people whose race is English, the people whose mother tongue is English, the people who are English. Next, the Hindu. We are talking about the religion, the people who belongs to Hindu religion. The French, the people who are French race. So we use definite article the before words to indicate a race or religious races. We have to differentiate the race or religion. You can use definite article the, but remember we must not place definite article the in the sense of language. I'm learning the English. No, because the English means the people who are English. You are not learning the people. So, with the sense of language, never use definite article the before these words. But with the sense of religious or racial difference, you can use definite article the. Right? Right. Now let's see the next one. Definite article the is used before first noun only when the two nouns represent one person. Just like we have seen for article A, when article A is placed before two nouns, like look at this, two nouns, noun 1 and noun 2, connected by and. If only one article is used, either it can be a, or an, or the, it means only one person. But if two articles are placed before two different nouns, if two articles are placed before two different nouns, it means two different persons. So that is what we are going to discuss here. So definite article the is used before the first noun. This case is used before the first noun when the two words represent the same person. For example, the director and the producer are in the office. Two nouns two different articles, means two different persons. The director and the producer. That means we have two different persons are in the office. But look at this one. The director and producer. Before two nouns connected by and, we have only one article. That means the person who is director is also a producer. Hence, is in the office. One person. The poet and the writer. Here you see the poet, the writer. The poet and the writer. How many persons? Two. So, have published a book. So, the poet, the writer. We got two persons. So, plural. Now see, the poet and writer, the person who is poet is also a writer, has published a book. So here two persons together published one book. Here one person who is poet and writer published one book. Is that clear, guys? So remember this one. It is not just applicable for article A, it is also applicable for article the. Definite and indefinite, both articles. If you place one article before two nouns, it means only one person. That means the person also has the other character. Now, when you place two different articles before two different nouns, that means we have two different persons. So, that's about the usage of definite articles. So, we have discussed so far what are articles, types of articles, indefinite and definite. Indefinite are a and the, definite is the, and uses of indefinite article a, uses of indefinite article and uses of definite article the. So before going to omission of articles, let me know if you have any questions or doubts regarding these usages, either in definite or indefinite. And then we will see omission of articles. That is what I told you. It is not where you use articles that matters. You should know where not to use articles also. Where to use articles? We learned. Where not to use articles? We should learn through omission of articles. So before actually going further, let me know if you have any questions. And if you do not have any questions, do let me know saying no questions so that we can go further. Quick, guys. Right, as there are no questions or no doubts, now let's move on to the next one, omission of articles. That is where not to use articles. So let's see the first one. No article must be placed before proper nouns. No, never. Look at this. The Manmohan Singh is our former Prime Minister. Can we say the Manmohan Singh? It's a proper noun. No, you should never use article. So, Manmohan Singh is our former Prime Minister. The New Delhi is the capital of India. We do not use the New Delhi. We should say New Delhi is the capital of India. See, we generally do not place articles before proper nouns. Either it is a, an, or the, unless they are preceded and unless we have seen the usage. So we should never use it. So proper nouns we can place article the to make them common nouns. That is one thing. Proper nouns like names of famous monuments, we can use definite article the. Except those cases, we should never use any article before proper nouns. Second one, no article is used before abstract nouns, but we have seen as an exception, we use it before abstract noun when we specified. Raju faces the poverty that's specified. That's okay. But we should never use when it is not specified before abstract nouns. Look at this. The honesty is the best policy. The honesty, only the honesty. No, any honesty. So remove article the. Honesty is the best policy, but we must use before superlative degree adjective. The wisdom is better than riches. Only this wisdom is better than riches. No. So remove that article. Wisdom is better than riches. So remember, no article is used before proper nouns and abstract nouns. Third one, no article is placed before material nouns. We should never use the article before material nouns unless we specified, which we discussed in nouns. Look at this. The gold is a precious metal in India. Only the gold, that gold. No, gold, the metal, any gold, right? So remove article the. Gold is a precious metal in India, not the gold, not specified. The cotton is cultivated in India, largely in India. Only the cotton, this cotton, not that cotton, any cotton. So do not use unnecessarily. Cotton is cultivated largely in India. However, let me remind you, we can use definite article the before material nouns when we specify, when we particularize. So let me remind you the same example. Water is precious. Water is precious. Are we talking about any particular water or only particular water is precious? No, any water, entire water is precious. Now, the water passing through those pipelines is polluted. Now, is entire water polluted? Is entire water polluted? No. The water passing through those pipelines, here we are specifying the water, not entire water. So when we specify, we can use definite article the. Otherwise, no article must be placed before material nouns. Right? So for every rule, there is an exception, guys. So mind that exception too. Next, before the names of meals, we should never place article. Before the names of meals, we have different meals like breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, dinner. So we should never use any article. However, there is an exception though. Like, let's look at this first one. I ate the lunch at 1 o'clock. The lunch? Which lunch? Any particular lunch? No. I ate lunch at 1 o'clock. I ate the breakfast daily. How can you eat the same breakfast daily? Once you ate, you cannot eat it again, right? So you cannot say the breakfast daily. I ate breakfast daily. I take breakfast daily. That is okay. However, when we are particularizing a particular meal, you can use definite article the, like the lunch prepared for the delegates is delicious. The lunch prepared for the delegates is delicious. Which lunch? Any lunch? No, here we are particularizing. The lunch prepared for the delegates. The lunch prepared, in fact, the lunch which was prepared by so and so, the chef for the delegates is delicious. So here we are particularizing, we can use definite article the, but unless we particularize, no definite articles or no articles, no definite or indefinite articles are placed before the names of males. Moving on the next, omission. As we have seen in the usage of definite article the, there itself I told you, we can place definite article the when these words are used in secondary purpose. Which words? The words like school, college, hospital, temple, church, sea, shop, market, etc. So we can use definite article the before them when they are used in secondary purpose. But when they are used in primary purpose, no. That is what the omission here. Mr. Richards goes to the church on Sundays. Is it primary purpose or secondary purpose? It is his primary purpose. Visiting church to pray is his primary purpose. So can we use before primary purpose words? No. So omit the. So Mr. Richards goes to church on Sundays. Like if you are talking in secondary purpose, last Sunday I went to the church to see the architecture. There my primary purpose is not visiting the church for praying. My primary purpose is seeing the architecture, and hence church became my secondary purpose. In secondary purpose, we can use, but in primary purpose, no. Look at this. I go to the college every day. Going to college is your primary purpose. You cannot say the college. You cannot say I am going to office. Okay, I'm going to the office every day. I go to the office every day. No, I go to office every day because office is your primary purpose, not secondary purpose. But as we discussed before, my friend came to the office to meet me. Their primary purpose is to meet me. Office became secondary purpose. So the office is okay. So try to mind the difference between primary purpose and secondary purpose. So you can madam, meal or meals? So, Swapna, I told names of meal, right? So you can say meals. It's not a problem. You can say meals. But I talked about the names of meals. We cannot say lunch, lunches, we cannot say. But we can say meal, meals. That is okay. But we cannot use definite article the before the names of meals because they are different meals, right? Next, moving on to the next one. No article is used before the names of languages. You cannot say, my brother is learning the English. Because of the very reason, when you place the article the before the language, it means the people of that language. When you say the English, that means the English people. The people, the race, you're representing the race. So you are representing entire race of English. So here we are not learning the race, we are learning the language. So do not use article. My brother is learning English. My cousin speaks the French. No, he cannot speak the race, he cannot speak the people. My cousin speaks French. So do not use any article before language when you sense it a language. But when you sense it a race, you can use definite article the. Next, no article is used before the relations of family. Relations of family, like the mother cooks in the house. We have only one mother. You cannot differentiate the mother, the mother. No, mother cooks in the house, not the mother. The father is the breadwinner in the family. No, again, no. no the father, no the mother, no the sister, the brother, no before relations of family members or the relations of members of family. Do not ever place definite article the, right? In fact, no article, not definite article. You cannot place a mother, the mother, no way. See, father is the breadwinner in the family. Now a question, what is meant by breadwinner? What is breadwinner? Quick guys, if you know, let me get the answer from you. If you do not know, I will tell you. What is breadwinner? Here I told father is the breadwinner in the family. What do you understand by the word breadwinner, the phrase breadwinner? Quick. Father is the breadwinner in the family. What do you understand by breadwinner? Yes. Breadwinner is not a competition where you win bread. That's no, not at all. Breadwinner is a person who earns for the family, one who works and earns for the family. So, father is the breadwinner in the family. In fact, yeah, who earns money for the family? Generally, fathers in India. Srinivas Rao, you are right. Main source. Nearly a family. Okay, but Srinivas, I'm going to correct that. I must say, father was, I'm going to say now, father was the breadwinner in the family because nowadays mother is also earning. So both father and mother are breadwinners, right? Nowadays. But this is applicable for the older one, right? So you are absolutely correct. Breadwinner is a person who earns for the family. So now let's move on to the next. No article is used before the names of games. See, we have different games and sports, and no article is used before the names of games and sports. Like the football is a rough game. What? Only the football? That one, not this one? You cannot differentiate that, this, and all. So, remove article. Football is a rough game. They like the cricket. The cricket, what do you mean by the cricket? No particular one. So they like cricket. So do remember, no article is placed before the names of games and sports. And in the same way, no article is used before the names of diseases. No, no article. He is suffering from the cholera. Come on, the cholera? Any difference? No. Remove. You cannot use. He died of the dengue. The dengue? No, he died of dengue. It's suffering from cancer. Okay, not the cancer. So do remember, do not place articles before the names of diseases. So this is our next omission. Next, moving on the next one. One more thing, guys. No article is used before a noun when it is preceded by a distributive pronoun. Did you remember the distributive pronouns? So, distributive pronouns each, every, either, neither, none, any. We have learned 6 distributive pronouns. So, we cannot use any article before distributive pronouns. So, look at these examples. The every student was present here. What is the every student? No, remove. Every student was present here. The each girl got a prize. What is the each girl? No, each girl got a prize. So do not ever use articles before distributive pronouns. Another way, no article is used before the nouns in pair. When nouns are used in pairs, like brother and sister, husband and wife, man and a man, so, no, no article should be preceded by them. Look at this. They are the brother and sister. No, they are brother and sister. No, no article. It differs from the man to the man. Who is the man and the man? We are not particularizing particular person. It can be anyone. So he differs from man to man. No article, not a man to a man or the man to the man. No. Simply man to man, brother and sister, husband and wife. So when nouns are used in pair, do not use article before them. Going on to the next one. See, another one before seeing application, I would like to add another one for that. That is, we already discussed, no article is placed before possessive words, be it a possessive pronoun or a possessive adjective, like my car is expensive, or the car is expensive. See, in two cases here, you cannot say the my car is expensive, or you cannot say the my car is expensive, or my the car is expensive. So no article should be either preceded or followed by possessive words. In both cases, they are wrong. You can use either possessive word or article, not both. You can say, my car is expensive. Correct. Or the car is expensive. Correct. But not my the car or the my car. No way. So this is another omission. So these are the omission of articles. So way to use articles, way not to use articles also we have discussed. So if you have any questions, let me know before we see application. So get ready for application. It's your time, guys. So let me know if you got any questions before we begin application. Quick. If you do not have doubts also, please let me know saying that I do not have doubts. Quick, guys. Can't we use the before flu? Generally, we say it as the flu and also the plague. Yes, we can use when the disease we are speaking is a plural one. The measles, the mumps. So when a disease name end in s, or when it is a plural one, we generally use article the. Yes, you're right, Srinivasa. We can use the flu, the plague, the measles, the mumps. You can use. Any other question? I hope it is satisfactory. If you didn't, please let me know. I'll explain in another way. Any other question, guys? Quick. Anyone? Any question? I hope it is clear, Srinivasa. If you have any more questions, let me know. Swapna and Lakshmi and Balu, whoever other people who are watching, please let me know if you have any questions. Got it, ma'am, and no more doubts. Okay, Srinivasa, good that you got it. And what about you, Swapna? Balu, Lakshmi Priya? If you do not have any questions, let's quickly discuss application part where you will be answering now. And guys, let me tell you, when you're answering application, do not just answer only that word or that number or letter which is given as option. You must give explanation which makes which makes it better way. Like, I can get that you got it. It's not like throwing stones. Do not throw the stones. Do not go with guessing method. Try to give explanation that will work better. You can understand well. So, Angela, okay, you also joined. Good. So, no questions. That's fine. So, let's move on to application, right? Now it's your time. Let's begin the application. So, here is the first one. India's geopolitical orientation will be an central underlying issue in next year's state election. India's geopolitical orientation will be a central underlying issue in next year's state election. So, you are given options 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which fifth one is no error. Choose the option and tell what is the correct one and also answer why. Why it is wrong and what is the correct one. Quick. Quick, guys. It's your time. Yes, guys. Respond fast. India's geopolitical orientation will be an central underlying issue in next year's state election. So Srinivas Rao answered, Angela answered, okay, okay, right, guys. See, India's geopolitical orientation. So there is no article and there is no correction there. So first one is correct. Second one will be an central. Can you go with an central? See, central started with C and the pronunciation sa, which is a consonant. So before consonants or consonant sounds, we cannot use an. It should be A. So A central underlying issue in next year's state election. So the answer is option 2. It's not option 1, it is option 2. It is A central. Right, guys? Now let's move on to the next. So it is A central underlying issue. Look at the next one. A largest chunk of the bulk drug requirement is met through cheap imports from China. A largest chunk of the bulk drug requirement is met through cheap imports from China. I cannot zoom, Nirmal. So I'm very sorry. I'm surprised to see when it has taken. It is not the font I used. I used bigger font and it is not the font at all. I used in standard. It changed and I cannot change anything now. However, if you want me, I will write it better. You can see. A largest chunk of, let me go this, of, that is first one. Next, the bulk requirement, the bulk requirement, so that becomes second one. is met through cheap imports from China. So this is the fourth one, and the cheap till here. This is the third one, and no error will be the fifth one. So I'll be writing. It's okay, no problem. So Srinivas Rao answered the largest because it is in superlative degree. Exactly, you're right. So here, largest. So we discussed before superlative degree adjective, can we use a? No, right? So it should be the, because definite article the must be placed before superlative degree, not a. So replace a with the. So it should be the largest chunk of, not a largest, it should be the largest chunk. Yes, Angela, you're correct. So the largest and not a. So it is the largest, not a, because it is a superlative adjective. Now look at the next one. I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, if it is not visible, I'll be writing, not a problem. If you want me to write, I'll write it. You can see here. Susan knew that it was indeed surreal experience meeting John on the beach. Susan knew, this is first one, that it was indeed is the second one. Surreal experience is the third one. Meeting John on the beach as the fourth one, and fifth one obviously no error. Now quick guys, answer. Susan knew that it was indeed surreal experience, so Angela answered good. Meeting John on the beach. Srinivas Rao answered no, Srinivas Rao, you're wrong, because that became secondary purpose, right? Meeting is a primary purpose, beach is a secondary purpose, so we can use with secondary purpose. No, Nirmal. No, it is not. Angela is correct. Reminding are not. See, guys, see here, Susan knew that it was indeed surreal experience meeting John on the beach. So, meeting John is a primary purpose, right? On the beach is a secondary purpose. So when used in secondary purpose, we can use definite article the. So here it is correct. With secondary purpose it is used. It is correct. So this is the primary purpose. Hence it is correct. But the answer, no, Srinivas, not the meeting, because meeting is a primary purpose. We cannot use the. So the answer is option 3, and the error is here. It is a surreal experience. We require to place indefinite article a. It is a surreal experience. It is a pleasant experience. It is an amazing experience, right? So it is a surreal experience. I hope it is clear. We must place indefinite article a before surreal. So it is a surreal experience. So option 3 is the answer. Now let's see the next one. It is a most beautiful flower in the nursery. It is a most beautiful flower in the nursery. Is fourth one, and of course, no error is the fifth one. Right, good. Swapna answered, Nirmal answered, you're correct. So, what about the remaining guys? Quick with your answers. It's easiest, in fact. Yes. So, the answer you answered is correct. So, yes, Angela, all are correct. It is the most beautiful. See, most beautiful is in superlative, but A cannot be used in superlative. It should be the most beautiful, because most indicates superlative form. So, the answer is the most beautiful. Right, Angela, you're correct. Everyone correct. Now, let's see the next one. So I didn't give any option, but here is a sentence. It takes him an hour to reach home every day. It takes him an hour to reach home every day. So now, why? Reason also. Yes, Swapna, what is the reason? What is the reason? Yes, exactly, Angela. What is the reason? Good, Nirmal. Good. Yes, Srinivas Rao. Good, you got the reason too. So, guys, here we already discussed there are silent H letter words. Here we are saying it is pronounced as R, not har. So it is vowel sound, not consonant. So we should not use A. We have to use an, because silent H lettered words sounds O. Exactly. Yes, Nirmal. So you're correct, guys. So it is an R. Do not ever use AR. Remember other words. Honorable, honest, right? Honor. Next, look at this. Literature often celebrates the that fact that the man is a mortal being. The man is a mortal being. Now, find out what is the error. Literature often celebrates the fact that the man is a mortal being. So, what is the error? What is the correction and why? Explain. Quick. No, Swapna. So you know this, just observe the sentence keenly. Akash, you're correct. That's it. Explain. Angela, partially. Yeah, explain. Why? Okay. Why? Literature often celebrates the fact. Okay. See, literature often celebrates, till here it is clear, literature singular, so celebrate singular. The fact, because there are many facts, we discussed that, we mentioned definite article, we have to use definite article before fact, which is an abstract noun, because we are talking about particular fact. What is that fact? The fact that the man is a mortal being. Only the man, particular man? No. It is not a particular man is a mortal being. It is man is a mortal being, not a particular man. So that should be removed, because not only one person, not one specific person, but all. In the sense, not just a man, it can be women also. Here the meaning is human. Do not think man means not just a man. It doesn't mean only male. It means both male and female, human. So man is a mortal being. So exactly, guys, all of you are correct. Yes, Srinivas Rao, your explanation is good. So keep it up. Let's move on to the next one. Look at this. Ahmedabad is trying to become next Manchester of India. Next Manchester of India. Ahmedabad is trying to become next Manchester of India. Quick, guys, try to answer fast. Good, Angela, you're right. But why? You're right. Why? Yes, Swapna, you're right. Why? Why? Explain. Yes, Srinivas Rao. Why? Quick. See, here we have to remember two concepts. One, to make a proper noun a common noun. So Ahmedabad, our present Mumbai is the Manchester of India, we'll say the Manchester, right? But here we have next. So why are you not placing here? Why you are placing before next? Because next indicate position, and we must place definite article the before the position, adjective here. It is position. So generally, if there is no next, Ahmedabad is trying to become the Manchester of India. The Manchester, it is okay. So the is used as definite article before Manchester is a proper noun. Yes, Angela, you're correct. But here we are using before next, because next is acting as adjective which indicating position, and we use the next Manchester of India. So Mumbai is a Manchester of India, proper noun becoming common noun. Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India, proper noun becoming common noun. But here we are saying the position, so we place it before position, the next, before the adjective there. Now, look at the next one. There are number of Indians living in United States of America, United States of America, who flee there to study but are settled now. So, yes, guys, you are correct. So, the United States of America, exactly. The is used before united, right? Plural countries, united, federations. So, absolutely, we must place article the before united. So, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, the Republic Federation, the Republic of India. Yes, Srinivas, it is, yes, you're all correct. The United States of America is correct one. Right. Now let's see the next. Look at this one. Since the train was delayed, since the train was delayed, we will reach our hotel around the midnight. Quick, try to find out the era. Since the train was delayed, we will reach our hotel around the midnight. Quick. Since the train was delayed, we will reach our hotel around. Yes, Angela, you're right. Why? Why? Why it is? Quick, guys, reminding, quick. Yes, Srinivas, but why? Why to use? When to use? Why to remove? Anyone else? See, the era is we must remove the before midnight. We cannot use article the before midnight, but we can use article the before the sessions of the day. Before the sessions of the day, we can use definite article the, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Here we can use article the. So here it is correct to use the. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, we can say. But we do not use before other parts of the day. Night, midnight, day, no, and midday. We cannot say in the at the midday, in the midday. No, no, in no. At the midday, no. At the night, no. At night. at midnight, not at the midnight. We cannot use the before that. However, we can use before the sessions of the day. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. You can take it as one more usage of definite article the and omission of articles. We can never use articles before the words like sunrise, sunset, dawn, dusk, midday, midnight, night. No, it is only that word. So around midnight, at night, at sunrise, at sunset, at dawn, at dusk, not at the dawn, at the dusk, unless we specify a particular thing, we do not generally place article before them. So do remember, we can never use article before those words, but we can use articles before the sessions of the day. Please make a note of these guys. Now let's move on to the next one. Look at this. Since the business was expanding to China, he wanted to learn the Chinese. Yes, so Swapna already answered. So why we should remove? So why we should remove? Explain why too. Yes, exactly. So what about the others, guys? So what is the error here? Since the business was expanding to China, he wanted to learn the Chinese. Yes, exactly, Srinivas Rao. What about the others? Angela, Nirmal. Quick, guys, participate here. So, as you all rightly told, the Chinese indicate the people who are Chinese. It indicate the race. But you don't want to learn the race. You want to learn the language. So remove article the before language. He wanted to learn Chinese. He wanted to learn Spanish. He speaks French, not the French. Do not ever use. You can never use, I wanted to learn the Hindi. I speak in the Hindi. No, I speak in Hindi. I wanted to learn Hindi. No, do not use any article before language in the meaning of language. So good. Now let's see the next one. Look at this. I was little worried about the exam and interview. Quick, guys. I was little worried about the exam and interview. Quick. Yes, guys, try to answer quick. Swapna, yes. So let me give a cue. Yes, Srinivas Rao. Let me give a cue. There are two errors in the sentence. You're correct. Your answers are correct. But you answered only one error. But there is one more error. So there are two errors in the sentence. So check again. So your answers are correct. There are two errors, but you answer with only one. There is one more error. No. No, Swapna. Quick, guys. See, one thing you find is about the exam and the interview, because both are not same. Exam is different and interview is different. Two different things. So we have to place definite article the here before both the nouns. Yes, Nirmal, you're correct. So another error is it is was only, not am, Srinivasrao, because I'm talking about the past. I was in the past. So I was little worried. Little worried means what? Worried or not? Little means almost no, negative meaning. But I wanted to say a little worried. I was little worried about the exam and the interview. Generally, no, Swapna, it's not few. It is a little, because worrying is uncountable. Few is for countable and little is for uncountable. So generally, during examinations and interviews, people do have that tension, nervousness. And here it said, I was a little, some, not much though, but some. So correct, guys. Yes, Swapna, you're right. So yes, exactly, guys. So I was a little worried about the exam and the interview. So you are going to get some more interesting like this. You can find more than one place in error. So more than one errors in the sentence. So get ready and try to answer. So this is the thing you have to remember: a little, the interview, two errors. Now look at the next sentence. Skating is quite difficult, but the more you practice, the easy it gets. Answer it, guys. Skating is quite difficult, but the more you practice, the easy it gets. Remove the before easy. No, it is in proportionality. The more you practice, the easy it gets. The higher you go, the cooler you feel. No, you cannot remove. It should be essential. It should be placed there. Think in the other way. I already give a cue with the example. Quick, guys. It's quite interesting sentence. Skating is quite difficult, but the more you practice, the easy it gets. Quick, guys. Angela, no error. No, Angela, there is an error. It's very fine error. Just check out. You feel like there is no error. Most of the people feel same. So there is no error, but there is an error. A fine one. If you remember this sentence, yes, Angela, you got it, right? So if you remember this sentence, you can get it. Though we are dealing with the articles, you should never concentrate only that, because in examinations you'll get from anything. But yes, we are dealing with articles. It is linked with article only, because we cannot use before positive degree. See guys, the higher you go, the cooler you feel. We use article the before the two adjectives, and the two adjectives are in which degree? The higher, the cooler. They are in comparative degree, right? Same thing here. The more, comparative form. You practice the easy. Easy is comparative form. No, it is positive form. Before positive forms, we cannot use article the. It should be comparative form. So what is a comparative? Easier. So skating is quite difficult, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. So this is the answer. Yes, Swapna. So let's move on to the next sentence. I hope it is clear, guys. Already we have discussed that, only I'm asking you, just apply them. Now look at the next one. He did not attempt any question in the exam. He did not attend any question in the exam, as he had a little knowledge of computer. Answer this. He did not attempt any question in the exam, as he had a little knowledge of computer. Yes, Swapna, you're right. Why? Why? He did not attempt any question in the exam, as he had a little knowledge of computer. Quick, guys. Swapna, you're correct, but explain why. Yes, you're right. So what about the other guys? Quick, guys. He did not attempt any question, Angela, as he had. Exactly. But why? See, guys, we discussed the difference between, in fact, among little, a little, the little, and few, a few, and the few. Little means it's a negative sense, almost not. A little, positive sense, some. The little, positive sense, some, used when we particularize or specify, because definite article the indicates particularization or specifying. Now when you said a little, it gives the meaning of some. But if you have some knowledge on computer, at least you can answer one or two questions. But here we are saying he did not attempt any question. One question also he did not attempt. That means he has how much knowledge? Almost no, zero knowledge. So we require little. So remove this. So he had little knowledge of computer. I hope it is clear to you. Now let's move on to the next. So participate, reminding people also try to answer, guys. So here is the next question for you. Music is science, but singing is art, said the music teacher. Music is a science, but singing is art, said the music teacher. So quick. Yes, Srinivasra, you're correct. Yes, Angela. Any other? See, here we are saying music is a science. A science. So, singing is an art. As it is a science, it should be an art. So, we use article there. We must use article here also. Singing is a science, but music is an art, said the music teacher. Yes, Swapna, you're right. So, now let's see the next sentence. There is something missing here. Okay. These are girls whom are I have invited. These are girls whom are I have invited. Now, correct this. Quick. Yes. Yes, Angela. So, Swapna, there are two errors here. Angela, you're correct. There are two errors in this sentence again. So, what about Srinivas, Akash, Nirmal, Balu, try to participate, try to answer. There are two errors, Srinivas, not just one. Two errors are there in the sentence. Yes, Swapna, you're right now. See, these are girls. Which girls? Which girls? You're specifying here. So these are the girls whom are, can we use are after objective case? Can we use verb after objective case here? No. Whom I have invited. Yes. So, because it's a particular or specific set of girls, so we have to use definite article the. Yes, Angela, you're correct. So, these are the girls, the particular girls whom I have invited. After objective case pronoun, generally we do not use verb, not required to use verb. If it is a subjective case, we can use verb. But before objective case, we no need to use verb. So remember, remove that R and place definite article the. Now let's see the next one. Look at this sentence. This book was written by a Chetan. This book was written by a Chetan. Quick, guys. It's so easy, and explain why. Quick. This book was written by Chetan. No, Swapna. Uh, yes, Angela, you're right. So here, no, Srinivas, no, it is not the correct one. Yes, Swapna. See here, Chetan is a proper noun. Chetan Bhagat. Let us take Chetan Bhagat. It's a proper noun and we are not making it a common noun or any other. So we should never use articles before proper nouns. That is what we have discussed. So this book was written by Chetan. This book was written by Chetan Bhagat, not a Chetan or the Chetan. No article is used before proper nouns. So you're correct, Swapna. So do not place any article before proper nouns. You cannot use article before your name. Can you say the Swapna, the Angela, the Srinivas? No, we cannot, right? So same way, do not ever use article before proper noun unless you make it a common noun, right? Let's see the next sentence. Look at this. She gave me an information. She gave me an information. Now, what is the error and why? What is the correction and why? Explain. Quick. She gave me an information. Quick, guys. She gave me an information. Yes, Angela, you're correct, but why? Why? You're right, Angela, but why? So starting itself, I told you where to use articles, where not to use articles, when to use and when not to use. So you have to remember that. No error? No, Srinivas, there is error in the sentence. There is error in the sentence. Check out what is the error. She gave me an information. See, look at this. Information is a noun, right? What kind of noun is information? It is uncountable noun. Now, can we use indefinite articles before uncountable nouns? No way. We use indefinite articles only before singular, countable, common nouns, not uncountable nouns. So we have to remove an. And we didn't specify the information to use article the. We didn't say she gave me the information, which I'm not giving some more information. I'm not specifying. So do not use the article there. So remove that article. So no article is used before uncountable noun. So before common nouns we can use, but before uncountable we should never use. I hope it is clear. Let's see the next sentence. Now look at this sentence, guys. Haro Nakazima, actor who played city wrecking monster Godzilla has died. Now answer this. It is Haro Nakazima, actor who played city wrecking monster, that is Godzilla, has died. Quick, guys. Yes, Srinivas Rao, you're right. Angela, yes, you are right. So you don't need to type entire Angela, just type where there is an error. So, yes, you're correct, guys. So, Haro Nakajima, actor, which actor? We are talking about a particular actor. So, we must place definite article the Haro Nakajima, the actor who played the actor. Who is the actor? Haro Nakajima. So remember, we must use definite article the before the common noun when we are specifying about a person whom we are talking, the precedent. So you should place definite article the. Yes, because we are talking about a particular actor, we must use definite article the. You're correct, Angela. Now let's see the next sentence. Look at this sentence. The company said it was rolling out watch to limited group of users in United States before wider wider release in the future. Mm, yes, Swapna, Angela, but guys, let me tell you, there are many errors in the sentence. There are many errors, more than one. So all are focusing on only one thing. So there are more than one errors, guys. So try to find out. You get one. Mm, yes, Angela, your explanation is correct. You're right, but you gave only one error, but there are many errors. More than one. More than one errors. So find out. What are those? So read the sentence bit by bit. Try to find out what is the error in each part. Because you see, these days they are asking you to find out the correct part, not the only error part. So they can classify the sentence like divide the sentence into different parts and they will ask you what is the correct part. Find out the correct part as answer. Yes, Angela, you found only two, but there are more. Let me divide and show you. The company said it was rolling out watch to limited group of users in United States before the wider release in the future. So I made into five parts actually. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now they may ask you where which part or parts has no error, has or have no error. So which part or parts has no error? Yes, so that made 3, Angela. The company said it was rolling out watch to limited group of users in United States before wider release in the future. No, you're near, Angela, but not clear. You're near to the answer, but not clear. No, no removal of anything. You have to place. You cannot remove anything. You have to place, but you cannot remove anything. So, the if the question is asked like this, which part is correct? Now you have to select the correct part. So which part is correct? The company said it is the correct part. The company said it is the correct part. Now, later, let us check. The company said it was rolling out watch. Which watch? Which watch it was rolling out? The watch which they are going to release. Particular watch. It was rolling out the watch to a limited group of users in the United States before a wider release in the future. See, all the four parts has error. So the new pattern is this. They are not simply asking you where there is no error. They are asking you not where there is error. They are asking you where there is no error. So here four parts has error. This part has no error. So look at this. The watch. Which watch we are talking about? Particular watch. The company releases something and it was rolling out the particular watch. The watch to limited group. A limited group of users in the United States before a wider release in the future. I hope it is clear, guys. If you have any questions in this, let me know. I hope it is clear. Four parts has error, four corrections are there, four places articles are missing. So the correct part is only option 1. So this is the only part which has no error. Now let's see the next sentence. Look at this sentence. Her sister said the actor lived short life but achieved a lot. Quick guys, try to answer. Her sister said the actor lived a short life but achieved a lot. Quick. Good, good guys. Angela, Srinivas both are correct. So her sister said the actor lived a short life. See, that's the correct thing. A short life. We are taking it as a common noun. The actor lived a short life but achieved a lot. Right, guys? You're correct. Now let's see the next sentence. Now see this. Merger of associated banks with State Bank of India will not mean closure of their branches across country. Yes, Angela, but Srinivas Rao, yes, but there are two errors, guys, here. You found only one, there are two errors. Angela, you're partially correct. So not required to be placed before associated. Before state is correct, but not before associated. So there is one more error. Try to find. Of course, the State Bank of India, the SBI is correct. Yes, Angela, you found that another one. See, merger of associated banks with, I told you before, the names of banks. Associated banks is not the names of the banks, it's a common noun. But here we are saying State Bank of India. So we must place definite article the. So merger of associated banks with the State Bank of India will not mean closure of their branches across the country. 2. The State Bank of India across the country. Yes. So this is the correct one. So try to find where there are errors. More than one part can have error. Now let's see the next sentence. Look at this one. This is bill that affects the entire workforce. This is bill that affects the entire workforce. Yes, guys, you're right. So, Srinivas Rao and Angela, you're right. What about other guys? Swapna, Nirmal, try to answer. So, this is the bill. Here we are talking about a particular bill. This is the bill. Which bill? That affects the entire workforce. So, you're right. So, now let's see the next sentence. He said, the history has proved that there is no discrimination against minorities. Now, correct this one. Yes, Angela, you're right. He said the history has proved that there is no discrimination against minorities. So, why? You're right, Angela, but why? Quick, guys. He said the history has proved that there is no discrimination against minorities. Quick. Quick, guys. So no one has answered except Angela. So Angela, your answer is correct. Against the minorities. We are talking about different sects of minority. So minorities indicating the sects and against the minorities. We are going with the sects. So sects and races we generally use definite article the. So you're correct. Now let's see the next sentence. The success can be measured. However, only through a rigorous assessment. Quick. The success can be measured, however, only through a rigorous assessment. Quick, guys. Was the error and was the correct wrong? Yes, Angela, you're correct. Yes, Srinivas Rao, no. No, it is not. See, very clearly it is mentioned the success. What is the success means? Particular success only can be measured. No, right? So we are not particularizing the success. It can be any success. So we are taking it in a common way, but it's a not particular success. So success can be measured. However, only through a rigorous assessment. A rigorous assessment. One rigorous assessment, not particular rigorous assessment, because we're not talking about a particular process. Success can be measured, however, only through a rigorous assessment. Now, let's see the next sentence. So let's see the next sentence. The higher you go, the cooler you feel. Because it is natural phenomena. Now, try to find out what is the error and what is the correction. Quick. Srinivasra, you're correct. No, Swapna. It is not the natural phenomena. It is a natural phenomena. One natural phenomena. The higher you go, the cooler you feel. That is a phenomena because it is a natural phenomena. It's a natural, not the natural. Yes, Angela, you're correct. It is a natural phenomena. Now let's see the next sentence. The new railway line, the new railway line will greatly improve transport and communication in eastern part of the country. Eastern part of the country. Try to find out, guys. The new railway line will greatly improve transport and communication in eastern part of the country. Quick. No, Srinivas Rao, it is not the correct one. Quick. So the new railway line, we are talking about a particular. So the is correct. The new railway line, okay, will greatly improve. It is in future. Fine. What? Transport and communication. Good. In, okay, eastern part of the country. Here we are talking about eastern part. It's a direction, right? We mentioned that before directions we must use definite article the eastern part of the country. You remember, if I was not wrong? Yes, Angela, you're right. So no, if you do use article here, you have to use article here also. We are not specifying anything. So improve transport and communication. No article A and not required. But here we require to use article because it is talking about the direction and a path. So the eastern part, the east, the west, the north, in the same way, the eastern part of the country. So we must place definite article the. Right? I hope it is clear. Now let's see the next sentence. I'm giving an easy sentence for you here. Simple sentence. Correct it. Fast. Yes. Yes, Srinivas Rao. Yes, Swapna. We must remove article the before French because we are talking about the language, not the people of the language. So remove the. He speaks French and Spanish, not the French. Now look at this sentence. Now, yes, Angela, you're correct. Now, correct this sentence, guys. Yes, Srinivas Rao, but there is one more error. There are two errors in this sentence. Yes, Angela, you're right. There are two errors in this sentence. One is it being a nice day, they decided to go for a walk. So there are two errors. It being a nice day, they decided to go for a walk. So before walk, we discussed we must place a article a, we place, and here a nice day. Now let me give the last sentence for today. So let's see the last sentence. And I'm giving you one more easiest sentence. So this is the last sentence, guys. So quick, so easy sentence I have given you. Fast. This is the last sentence for today. Quick, guys. Last sentence. So last sentence for today is very easy for you. The English is a easy language. Yes, Swapna, you're right. Angela, you're right. So it is English, not the English, because we are talking about the language, not the people of the language. So English is an easy language. So guys, that's about articles. I hope you enjoyed this class and I hope you got some insight into articles, where to use, where not to use, how to use, and types of articles with more uses. And I hope this will be useful. And if you have any questions or doubts, you can